Julie made it? I would always do what Julie says, smartly, yes.
Because of the honesty.
So we joined BNI for referrals, like Jose said. I think that was pretty timely. Warm referrals, we don't, you get cold calls pretty much anywhere. But you join BNI, you pay your money and time to be here. And for that purpose, to put more money in your pocket, right? Anybody need more money in your pocket? Yeah?
Bigger pockets, right?
Yeah. So look at this. This is assessing the value of your BNI membership, because we think that there's other things that are maybe not at the same level of importance or that convinced you to be here, but that are also advantages of being here, okay? So I want you to fill this out for yourself. You can bring one to Jeff if you want. But I want to go over a few of them because I think they're pretty important. I speak clearly and confidently about my business. You know, you should always be able to introduce yourself in your business no matter where you are. If you have just a few minutes to introduce yourself to a new person at a chamber event, at any other kind of networking event, you should be able to say, you know, precisely in a couple sentences what's most important about your business, what sets you apart. And that's why we do those sales manager moments every week, is to kind of train your brain on how to talk about your business in a short amount of time so that you can get the most bang for your buck kind of thing. I have a deeper level of understanding in businesses. So this is the thing I like most about BNI really, is that when somebody calls me, I know who I can call. I shared a referral with Dan this morning. My friend in Lake Alfred emailed me and said she was looking for some work on her home. And so I knew I was going to see Dan today, so I waited till today to talk to him first. But I like that you don't have to go to the phone book and those kind of things. You just know who you can trust and who you can refer to. Better connection with local business owners, sphere of influence has grown. I think that's very important too. I can easily gain advice from my business. Who here has talked to Kevin McWilliams or Christina about some question they have with their business that they just didn't know? We can't be experts in everything, right? But if you have a tax question or you have a question about investing or that sort of thing, you know you can come to the people here and they'll be able to help you. I'm comfortable in networking functions. I can't say that. I don't like being in groups of people. But I am more comfortable now than I was when I joined BNI 9 years ago. It's harder for some of us, isn't it, to go out and talk in front of strangers and introduce yourself and that sort of thing. But I think BNI helps you do better at that. I feel I have a team of people helping me, kind of same thing. I have additional resources. Julie's mentioned this to me before, that when she sells a house to somebody or rents a house to somebody, meets a new investor, you know, it's easy for her to say, hey, I know the best plumber, I know the best handyman, I know the best pressure washer, so that she can refer her clients to other people. So I think that's really important too. And that's why people like that friend in Lake Alfred email me, because she knows I know a lot of folks and feels comfortable in the referral that I would give her today. I have strong friendships. Anybody make a friend in BNI? Yeah? No? Really? Jose did. Jose made a friend in BNI. That's it.
What does it say when only one person raises their hand? Jose,
I don't know.
Unfortunately, Fred.
Unfortunately.
So seriously, I think you should, I think it's more than business associates. I think you become friends with the people in the room, and that you reach out when they're needed and are able to help, you know. We jumped Petra's car the other day. I wouldn't do that for just anybody. She had a bad battery yesterday, so we helped her out.
According to my insurance agent, that's not a good thing to do because your liability doesn't cover any accidents and damages you cause to their vehicle. So I would.
Well, because she's a friend, I think I can help. Number 10 says I have strong leadership qualities. You know, we're in the middle of leadership transition. There's advantages to being in a leadership role, and I think it prepares you better to speak in front of people when you're up here and talking in front of people every week. Have strong presentation skills. I don't know how many times when somebody comes to member success and they tell me that they don't want to do their 10-minute because they're afraid of standing up here in front of you guys. And I tell people that you're in a room full of friends, people that want to help you be more successful, people that want to help you get more business. I think Jose, just in the 3 years I've known you, 4 years I've known you, You know, I can see from him being president, from being education coordinator, I see that his presentation skills, and I see it all the time, that the presentation skills are improved by being in a leadership role. I have a quantity of referrals coming to my business. If you don't have enough referrals coming to your business, you have to take some ownership in that. And I want to say that seriously. If you're doing one-to-ones, and Robert, that was excellent that you asked for one-to-ones. If you're not doing good presentations every week, if you're not taking advantage of every opportunity to do your 10-minute, if you're not sending out your profile on BNI Connect, if you're not putting out your profile and giving it to people, then you're losing out on some advantages of being here. Because you need to make a commitment. You've made a financial and a time commitment to be here. You also need to make a commitment to do the things that we think will help you get more business. So sometimes people will call me and they'll say, you know, I'm not getting as many referrals as I would like. And I always ask them how many one-to-ones they're doing, how many referrals are they giving. I just had somebody that I met the other day as a visitor, and he said, I thought I was coming into a group and all I had to do was just come. And I kind of set him straight a little bit on what he needed to do, because we don't want that kind of person, do we, that comes in and just warms the chair. We want somebody that's going to be active and helping and doing one-to-ones. I have a high conversion rate, kind of like what Jose said. A lead you may or may not convert into closed business. But if you get a warm referral here, you can bet that you have a much better chance, right, Jose, than turning that into closed business. I have a high average value per client. Sometimes you have to fire a client, don't you? But you know, none of us like to do that. But I think here, you know, that probably doesn't come up as often. I'm able to ask specifically for the type of new clients I desire. That's important too, and we teach that in member success. You need to train your sales force on what you're looking for. If you want to, don't say small business, because I don't know what that is. If you want a business with 10 employees, you want a business with 100 employees, you want a business that sells $1 million a year, it's your job to come and teach everybody what you're looking for. And that's another part of taking responsibility for the kind of member you are and the kind of referrals you want to get, is that you come and teach us what you're looking for so we can find the exact right referral. We all have a sweet spot, don't we? I mean, I use this as an example. I can order like magnetic business cards for like $100, or I can order those circles that go on the outside of your car for the schools, and that's $2,000. They're both magnets, right? They both are about the same size, and they don't require a lot more work for either one. But that order of business card magnets is not nearly as valuable to me as those circles that go on the back side of your car when you belong to a certain school. So think about what your sweet spot is, what's important to you, and then make sure you teach everybody what it is you're looking for. I enjoy helping others succeed in their business. That's really been a joy for me in the last 9 years, is to know that people have come up to me and said, BNI is responsible for 40% of my business, for 50% of my business. A few years ago, Fred remembers when business wasn't so good, people were telling me that BNI was the only thing that was keeping their business going. And that's meant a lot to me, to be able to contribute to that. My overall business revenue is higher. Hopefully that's the case with everybody that's a BNI member, is that you're making, Dan was just telling me today about how much business BNI has brought to him. I think that's amazing that we have something like that, something that's structured, that allows us to get more business with really not that much effort, you know. So these are some things I think you should consider about before you were a BNI member and now that you are a BNI member, and think about it when it's time for renewal, when it's time to ask somebody to BNI, you can tell them about these advantages. When it's time to just sit there and think if this is the right place for me, think about that there's other advantages to being here besides just thank you for closed business. Okay? Thanks very much.
Awesome.